He's a father, a brother and icon to those that know him. A man that has the gift of advice to those that respect what he says. A man that will not sugarcoat anything. You can agree or disagree, but he is just someone who gives out great advice. Let's Talk About It is the name of the show. Here is your host, the Icon.
How y'all doing out there? Y'all doing all right? I want to welcome y'all to the show. I am the Icon. The show is called Let's Talk About It. Well, hope everybody's having a good day, good week, or whatever. It's been a great day for me. But in any event, how's everybody doing out there? Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing good? Cool. All right. Well, today we got a letter from a young lady who, I was reading this letter, was quite, this is quite fascinating as well as weird, but hey, it is what it is. So, I just have to say that I don't know how to feel about this letter because I don't know what kind of advice I can offer this young lady, but I'm going to try to offer her something that is good, maybe, but who knows. It's quite weird. As I wrote this letter, as I wrote the questions for the letter, I was waiting for a second half of the response to see if she was going to email me back. But in any event, we'll get into it. We're going to go ahead and read this letter and see what you guys think. Because, I had some kind of reserved feelings about this. It's kind of weird, but whatever. In any event, without further ado, this letter is entitled A Secret. And let's go ahead and get started and see what we can do for Miss Jessica. So, without further ado, here we go. Hey Icon, good day to you. First, I'd like to say thank you for taking the opportunity to read my letter. I'm in a bit of a dilemma. I honestly wrote 15 other shows before I hear yours, and most of them just makes jokes. But I honestly listen to a lot of podcasts, but yours is nothing like the others. Well, thank you for that compliment. I thought by emailing you would understand, but here's the crazy thing. My brother also does a more serious podcast like yours, but when I wrote to him anonymously, he took it as a joke and proceeded to make fun of it. So I'm sorry, but you're the last one, and I'm trying. You're the last one I'm trying, and this makes the 16th time. Damn, you've really been busy. I wish I could have caught the other shows that you wrote this to, but hey, whatever. But here's my problem. That others thought of making jokes about it. My name is Jessica. I'm 25 years old, and I'm expecting my first child with my boyfriend of 10 years. Yes, we've been together since middle school. But you see, as of 3 years ago, he's been acting very differently. I thought maybe because we were having a baby, but it wasn't that because I just got pregnant. It's also the crying after sex. I mean, what man do you know does that? He says he's sorry like he whispers it while he's crying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Doggone it. Yes, I said crying because after sex he goes and takes a shower like I did something wrong. It honestly feels weird that he's not interested in sex with me anymore, but we've talked about it and he said he's just going through something and that he has to work it out on his own. But that's so disturbing, Icon. We've been together for a while and I thought that I was doing everything right by him. I decided I wanted to go see my mom, which stays about 45 minutes away from us, and I told him that I would spend the weekend with my parents, so he acted like I was leaving for good because he said he would just work on himself and be better when I got back. Whatever the hell that meant, but okay. I left, went to my mom's, forgot we had a hidden camera that is motion activated for when we do sexy videos. And Chase, my boyfriend, must have forgotten about it because I had set it up for motion because of our dog that kept getting into our room and snooping around. Oh boy, Icon, here's what happened because I didn't understand the motion camera was activated and I received a notification that there was motion in our bedroom. I didn't think anything about it because I knew it was my boyfriend. But the video I didn't check. I didn't check the video again until another notification. Chase was supposed to be at work on Saturday, and oh my god, Icon, the video showed another man in my bedroom. I clearly thought we were being robbed until I seen Chase come in the room with nothing but a towel on. Okay, here's where it gets weird. And from there I assumed that you know the rest. But as for your listeners, yes, it was Chase having sex with a man. Turns out it was my cousin, Alex, which goes by Alexis. Talk about being pissed off. I was so mad, I didn't know what to do. Well, holy shit. Yeah. But Alexis was like a brother to me, and though we're 2 years apart, he came out of middle school. I never thought he would be doing the father of my child, but the crazy thing is that they got down the whole weekend. Damn. I called him while he was having a salad toast. And do you know what this dumbass is telling me? Because when I called him, he was out of breath, and I guess he forgot the hidden cameras in our bedroom. Because he told me that he was exercising and that's why he was out of breath, knowing that I could see him on the camera in our bedroom doing my cousin. God damn. Jeez. How could he do this to me? Now it all makes sense. Though I thought he was cheating on me with a woman, but it's a whole dude, and that dude is my cousin. That ungrateful son of a bitch. So then I went up to a step further. I called my cousin. He said he was working with a customer draining his pipes. Yeah, okay, yeah. He was draining some pipes, all right, my dumbass boyfriend's pipes. I don't understand what I did to deserve this, or why this keeps happening to me, Icon. Do you know when I went home, Chase didn't even have anything to say, but he had a great weekend, and that he got a lot done. Yeah, I'm sure he got a lot done. I'm sure he got more than he bargained for done. I was like, is he freaking kidding me? I mean, does he really think that I don't know? So I continued my day and didn't even bother to say anything to him because I wanted him to know. I didn't want to know if he was going to say anything before I did. I must admit, we did have sex that night. I have to say, it was pretty amazing to a point where I climaxed 4 times. It was the best sex I've had in a very long time. Yeah, I bet. it was like a whole different person at times. I felt weird because he had turned me over and wanted to try the back door, but it was okay with me. As long as he was piping me down, I felt good about it. So I didn't bother saying anything else. I figured it was just out of his system and that he really wanted me. I didn't really say anything else about it, but I have noticed that he does frequent the gym lately. And I was shocked because it doesn't really work out. I mean, sure, I'm not sure why he's there 45 hours a day, but it's okay. If he's coming home to me, that's all that matters. Icon. So I guess my question is that, am I doing the right thing by not asking him about it? Should I just keep quiet and let him ride it out? He's definitely gonna ride it out all right. Okay, so that was the letter. I had some questions for Jessica, and this is how the questions followed. My first question was, what in the ever-loving hell? She responded, what do you mean? I asked her, has she been tested for any type of STDs? And she said, no, but do you think I should? And I said, have you talked to your cousin? She said, yes, he's excited about the new relationship, but wouldn't tell me who. Well, you damn right he wouldn't tell you who. Has he said anything about the weekend that you've seen him in your home? He said, yes, he was there for 5 minutes, so I let it go. Okay. But he did tell me that he's been working out with this guy at this new gym partner, and I was really excited for him. Okay. Clearly, in my opinion, Jessica was either blinded or just didn't want to know. So that is the letter. Now, I don't know what in the hell is going on. First off, Miss Jessica, thank you for writing me.
Retrieving encrypted audio communication.
First off, yeah, I don't know how to feel about this because I think it's pretty sick. I think it's very disturbing. Not only did your man or your fiance or whatever the hell he is to you cheated on you, but he cheated on you with your cousin. And if that isn't any more sicker, I mean, I'm not sure what this camera angle showed, but it showed that your boyfriend and your cousin was clearly getting down for the whole damn weekend, and you are kind of oblivious to the fact that you guys had sex, and I'm assuming that you had unprotected sex because, I mean, you're already having a baby by the guy. The crazy thing is you don't even know how long he's been doing this for, or how long this has been going on. So you said as of 3 years he's been acting very weird. I don't know what to tell you besides that you need to get tested because oh my goodness. The fact that you just not say anything is kind of, well, let me just back this up. If you didn't get a good response out of the other podcasters, I can kind of see why. And if your brother kind of shrugged this off and kind of made fun of it, I can kind of see why. Because, young lady, I don't know what you're thinking about, but the world we live in is a very dangerous world when it comes to young people and sex. Because we know that in this world, there are a lot more diseases and there's a lot more exposure to those diseases. Now, you don't even know how many partners your cousin has had, but let's just assume for the sake of argument that he did have unprotected sex with your boyfriend or fiance, whatever, it was a boyfriend, whatever, that you've been with since middle school. You didn't pick up on none of this? I mean, clearly, I don't even know how the hell this even happened. I'm trying to put pieces in my head on how this happened because this doesn't make any sense to me. You go away for a weekend, you have a motion camera in your bedroom because you and him like to do sexy videos or whatever. That's fine. That's great. That's all fine and dandy. But my thing is that it's crazy because you just let this go unfounded and didn't want to ask him about it. Because I gotta tell you, if this happened to someone that I was in love with and I found this out, I think I'd want to know how long this has been going on. And the reason why I say you should get tested is because you don't know how long your boyfriend's been doing this behind your back. So while he's piping you down, he's also getting his pipes cleaned, so to speak. No pun intended. Doggone it. But the fact of the matter is this. You're bringing a child into this world, and the man that you're with is not even faithful to you. So no telling how long he's been doing this. You don't even know if he's been doing this with your cousin or with other men. So the scary thing is that you're bringing a child to this world, and you're just playing, I'm not going to say you're playing dumb, but you're acting blind to the fact of what you saw that you didn't think you seen. But clearly you've seen that. And if you've seen that, you should say something, because he's putting you and your baby at risk. Because you don't know, you just don't know. And it's sad that you just want to say, well, I'm just going to sweep this under the rug and not going to say anything about it. The hell? Why in the hell wouldn't you say anything about it? That's crazy. I mean, do you not have any decency for yourself and your child? I mean, clearly, if this was me, I would want to know. I would definitely want to know, because, like I said, you don't know if there was protection during, I mean, I'm not sure how you didn't get this past your parents. You must have been in a room somewhere watching this shit like it was just a regular porn video on Pornhub or on something on the internet, which I find very baffling, because the minute I would have seen this, I would have flipped the hell out. I would have flipped out, probably would have went home, clean house, and beat ass, and would have got mad. But you're not even mad. That's the crazy thing about it. You're not mad about this. You're not mad enough for me. Because to me, the only thing I would care about more is that child that you're about to have, that you're about to give birth to. But you don't want to expose this child to any kind of disease, because if you've been faithful and loyal to him, but he hasn't been faithful and loyal to you. You know, there's a saying, not everybody in the family is a loving family. Some are just a group of toxic people. So the fact that you let your cousin kind of slide on this and you're not more angry about it, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's kind of weird that you would just let this go on, let this play out. Because in my mind, you're about to have a baby now. Not knock on wood, not saying anything's going to happen to your baby, but what if your baby gets exposed to some kind of STD? Then what? Then you're going to be blaming yourself because you didn't say anything, because you didn't get tested. I'm not sure how this is going to work with you, because you said you've had the best sex and he wanted to turn you over and you want to go to the back door. Clearly that might be an indication of something. That clearly could be an indication of something. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to speculate, but what I'm saying is that it clearly could be an indication of something. And what I mean by that is that your boyfriend isn't that loyal to you. And the fact that you're just walking around oblivious about this is just really crazy. So, I think you need therapy. I think you need some kind of help. I don't know what I can tell you that's going to say anything different, but it's that you need to get tested, because I don't understand how you can let this happen. This is the man you're carrying this child, and this is a man that you spent the better part of seems like, majority of your life with. You've been together since middle school. You're 25 years old, and you're about to have your first child. Now, I would suggest that you either try to, you just want to rip the damn Band-Aid off. Plain and simple. You just want to rip it off. You got to tell him. Hold on, got to get some of my tea. I know I got to get my tea. Because I don't want to say this, but how do you know they're still not doing this? How do you know he's not going back and forth? Now, if he's bisexual, he's bisexual. At least he can do is be protected when he's doing this with your cousin, which I find this really hard to believe, because it's somebody in your family. It's somebody that you grew up with, that you damn near called your brother. You guys are 2 years apart. What the hell? Who the hell would do this to family? This is something that you don't really hear about this that often. But then again, this is a new generation, and this generation just kind of is just really wilding out when it comes to sexuality. If you sit down and talk to him, you say, well, I'm not gay. Clearly you got this on video. Then you need to ask what the hell's going on. Because again, you don't want to bring this child in this world and this child is riddled with some kind of STD because you didn't decide you wanted to get tested. You decided just to kind of look the other way on it. And that's putting you and your child at risk. I mean, that's just crazy work. The fact that he was whispering after sex saying that he was sorry, who is he loyal to? Is he loyal to you? Or is he loyal to this other person? I'm going to keep throwing your cousin out there because for the life of me, if it's been 3 years and he's been acting very differently, I think this has been going on for a very long time. And I really think that you should sit down and talk to him. And I think you should sit down and talk to him. I think you should just rip that damn Band-Aid off. You should just let him have it. Because again, you're about to have a family with this man. I mean, it didn't say anywhere that you guys are getting married, or maybe I missed that. I don't think you guys said you were getting married. But you've been together with him since middle school. So, what was that, 10 years? So you guys were damn near 15 when you guys got together, if I'm reading this right. And I want to know how your cousin came on the scene, or how this even happened, because you don't really talk much about your cousin, except the fact that he was in there and he likes to be called Alexis, Alexis, whatever. It doesn't matter. The name can go either way. Not like your husband, which is going either way, but it's crazy. I mean, why would you even want that kind of responsibility? Why would you want that kind of burden on you? The fact that you're walking around day in and day out and you're just kind of like putting this block in your mind like this shit didn't happen. This shit did happen. It happened. It happened in your bed. And the crazy thing is you're sleeping in your bed where this shit happened. I'd have burnt the damn bed. Oh Lord. I'd have sent him packing with the damn bed. Real talk. I'd have sent him packing. I'd have been like, you gotta go. I need some time to think, or moving back in with your parents. I don't know what the hell y'all do. All I know is you guys got jobs, or maybe you're the homemaker and he goes out, he's the earner. I don't know. But you wrote the 15 other shows. I can see why they would think this is a joke. I don't think it's a joke. I think it's something serious that you need to get a handle on. I think you need to go in there and just talk to him and let him know how you're feeling. Because if you don't, and something does happen, let's just put this out the way and say that the baby comes out healthy, which I'm praying that your child does come out healthy. I'm praying that your child comes out healthy, no disease or nothing. Well, that still leaves you. And for 3 years, if he's been acting this damn weird, then clearly something's been going on for 3 damn years. So, if you've had this motion camera and this is just not happening in your home, I would probably start to ask the question, what's been going on outside of the home? And if he's going to the gym, girl, wake the hell up. He's going to the gym with your cousin, or if that's even what they're doing. If that's what they're doing, I don't know. This isn't a dilemma. This is a sad situation. Because it's just bad. We're living in times where friends become family and family becomes strangers, because you don't know who you can trust in your family. And it's a sad thing, because here you have a cousin and your boyfriend who lied to you blatantly to your face, and you still willing to accept the fact that they lied, all because you want to trade in for some good sex. Is the sex going to be worth it if you get an STD, or if you contract an STD? Is it going to be worth it if you get sick? I mean, how do you know he's not? No, I'm not going to even say it like that. I'm just going to say that you guys both should get tested. And if you should get tested and he doesn't get tested, I think you should really sit down and talk to him. But I think this is something that you're really going to have to sit down and take a hard lesson or a hard look at and try to figure out what your life is, because you deserve much better than this. If you're bringing a child into this world, you need to know that he's going to be the man or be the father that you need him to be. Because if he's going to continue to sneak around on you and do this, where's it going to leave you? I'll tell you where it's going to leave you. That's going to leave you with a broken heart. You're going to be upset because every other night he's going to the gym for 4 to 5 hours. I don't even think they're going to the gym. I don't. I really don't. I'm going to call it like it is. I think he's probably still doing your cousin, and they're probably on the DL. and they're probably in some kind of hotel, and they could be doing that right now as sure as I'm doing this damn podcast. Real talk. So there it is. I'm just saying, you know, you need to have more self-respect for yourself. You need to have more clarity of who you are, because I don't think I've seen a situation like this. I mean, it's the shit you see on TV, but I don't think I've seen a situation like this. And it's a sad situation, because the sad thing is, Miss Jessica, I'm not sure why you're hanging on to something like this, because in the end, it's going to ultimately come out and it's going to explode in your damn face. And they can come out to say, well, either he's going to leave you or he's going to contract some kind of STD, and then you're going to be like, it wasn't me. And then he may try to turn around on you. Well, who you been sleeping with? Nobody. That's why you need to get ahead of this right now. You get ahead of this now. You try to figure out what he wants, and don't beat around the bush. You guys are grown. You're about to have a child. You're about to have a full-blooded child, full-blown baby, a whole child. I don't know what else I can say it. So you don't hate until your own family comes against you. So I don't know how I can put this in perspective for you, but except the fact that you need to do some kind of searching within yourself and try to figure out how this is going to affect you and your child and your relationship with your boyfriend. Because if he wants to go out and do that, hey, he can go out there and do that, but he can do it without you, because you're not looking for this is not the kind of relationship you want, because there are too many good men out there that would probably appreciate you more and that would probably deserve your attention. So if he doesn't appreciate you and if he doesn't want to be with you, then he should get the stuff and he should pack his shit and get the hell on out. Because I gotta say, I just really hope nothing bad is going to happen and become of this. I just hope you email me back to let me know what's going on, because I really want to know what's going to happen. I do. I mean, I genuinely have a concern for you. I mean, I don't know. Would have been better if it was another woman? Probably not, because there's still infidelity there. But, you know, if you guys been together since middle school, then clearly you value this relationship, and maybe he doesn't. Maybe there's something. I don't even know how this even came about. Maybe there's something about. I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm curious to know how long, and if you guys all went to the same school, which that's probably most likely, and I'm going to assume that he's friends with your cousin, because I don't really say anything. So the crazy thing is, you haven't told your parents. Maybe I understand why. Maybe then again I don't. But do I think you owe him an explanation? Probably not. But this is family. This is like a family affair. So my thing is to you, I would probably sit down with my cousin first. No, I would sit down with my boyfriend first. Then I would go to my cousin. And I'm not trying to say you need to blow the spot up and just have them all sit down in one room and then you go crazy. And then that either put you into labor or you're going to miscarriage or something, because that's not going to get anything done. I would try to talk level-headed as much as I could, and I would try to do this in a more meticulous way where it doesn't upset you, because I got to be honest with you, in this letter, you don't really sound that upset to me. You don't. You just sound like you're okay with this situation. You're okay with the situation that you're going through, and that should never be the case. I mean, if he's a good man, he's a good man. But the fact of the matter is, he cheated on you. He cheated on you with your cousin. Now, let's take the equation that he cheated on you with your cousin. Let's just say it was somebody else. The fact of the matter is, he still cheated. He cheated and he lied. He lied and you caught him in the lie, but you decided not to confront him about the lie when even though you had the video. And if he's that damn dumb where he didn't know that he forgot that there's a motion camera activated in the bedroom because you guys were to make sex. I mean, clearly I ain't made no sexy videos in a while, because clearly he's forgot about this damn camera. So I'm not sure where this thing is positioned at, but clearly it's got to be positioned up someplace high where you can see every damn thing in the room. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't. I got a feeling if others listen to this podcast, they're going to start putting two and two together, and they're going to say, well, oh my God, that's my sister. That's my sister Jessica. So, I don't know. Maybe don't share this link with nobody. I don't know. But if it's going to... I'm just saying, I don't know how you can think this is such a good thing for you when clearly it's not. You said this is the best sex you've had in years. Man. And I guess I'm just feeling sentimental about this because it's sad, because I think the person's going to be affected, if anything, is going to be the baby in this, your unborn child, because you don't want to bring a baby into this world and this child has a disease already. You don't want that. But I hope, Miss Jessica, for the sake of you and your child, that you do go get tested, because as I said before, this has been going on for 3 years. How do you just know that something's not wrong? I'm not wishing nothing bad or anything happened to you. I'm just saying it's better to know than to not know. That way you can kind of get ahead of it and try to figure out what you can do to try to help yourself and your child. Because if you don't, and this thing ends up blowing up, well, I can tell you who's going to be to blame, and it's going to be your boyfriend. And whether or not he chooses to take responsibility for it, but I would really, really, really challenge you to sit down with him and talk to him and let him know that, hey, in my mind, the conversation, to me, I'm kind of seeing red right now, because I'm like, well, how could you do this to me? And I'm not even in your situation. I've never been in this situation before. Ever. Never. So don't ask. I've never been in a situation like this before. I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't get it. But to me, this conversation should be between you and him. I'm not saying you need to get gangster on him and blow the spot up and pull up on him and all that other bullshit. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying you need to sit down and talk to him and figure out what he wants out this life. If he wants to be with you, he should be with you. You should also tell him and let her know, listen, I found the video. I have the video. I see you and my cousin Alexis getting down for the whole damn weekend. Make that make sense to me. How could you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? Is this the reason why we ain't been having sex for 3 years, or I've been kind of off, or you haven't been, turned on? And then why do you go and say you're sorry and then you go take a shower after sex? Is it because you're cheating on me with him, or you're cheating on me with somebody else? What is that? What is this? I don't get it. So I think being on the DL is kind of bad, because it's like an episode I seen of Law & Order SVU, where it was a bunch of men just having sex, and then the wife had gotten AIDS. Or no, the husband contracted AIDS, and I think the wife had gotten AIDS too. And, I hate to take it like that, but it's kind of like you just don't know. And when you don't know, and then you're going on living life, and then you get sick one day, then you got to do this, do that, and they say, oh, well, it's like that. Like I said, that episode of SVU, and then there was also a movie that I watched that was called Kids, I think it was made back in 1995, where this guy was just going around deflowering virgins, and this one chick was having like anal sex and all this other stuff, but her friend got tested. Turns out her friend had gotten AIDS and she didn't. But I don't even think she did the same guy. But I'm just saying. So if anything you can take away from this, get yourself tested, because you need to know and find out if your boyfriend is being 100% faithful to you. Well, we know he's not being 100% faithful to you. We already know that off top. So you need to find out if he has more partners, or if this is just somebody if he's just doing your cousin, because this is something that you need to know. You can't go through life and just sweeping shit under the rug and saying, oh, I'm okay with it. Because when he keeps doing it, well, where's it going to leave you? You're going to be pissed off. You're going to be stuck at home raising this child by yourself. You're going to be alone. You're going to be a single mother because your boyfriend is out gallivanting. I'm trying to keep this clean for the listeners. He's out twinking around, basically. Yeah, I'll call it twinking. Yeah, whatever. Jesus. Lord of mercy. So clearly, it's a sad situation. I don't think there's nothing funny about this letter except the parts where you're talking about he's crying and then you talking about he made you climax like 4 times. I don't get none of that, because if he likes going both ways and you guys are completely fine with that, then knock yourself out. My only concern for right now is the safety of your child, because your child doesn't deserve any of this. What your child deserves is to have 2 healthy parents that can be honest with him. And I think this is where, as young parents, this is what y'all's problem is. Y'all's problem is that y'all think everything is all fine and dandy when your partner steps out. Oh, well, he's okay. He just got some things on his mind. He ain't got a damn thing on his mind. I can tell you what he does have on his mind, but he doesn't have that on his mind. So if he's not worried about you and the safety of you, then how can you respect yourself and worry about the safety of yourself and your child? That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's ridiculous. So I don't know how this is going to affect your life, but it's going to make a huge change. And as long as you keep letting it go on, it's going to fester and it's going to get bigger. And eventually you're going to reach your breaking point and this is all going to blow up in your face. And what I mean by blowing up in your face, how do I know? Well, how do you know he's not, if you go out somewhere, he's not, I don't know. I think it's just bad. I'm not sure where you guys live, how big the town you live in, or what's going on, but you also said your cousin's very happy about this guy, that he's working out at the gym. Come on, girl, you can't be this naive. You can't be this naive. You can't be this stupid. Clearly, it's your boyfriend. It clearly is. I mean, the crazy thing is you hadn't even rolled up on him yet. I mean, to see what's actually going down. So, that's crazy. So, your cousin doesn't want to tell you who the guy is. Well, damn it, he'd be telling me when I talk to him. Real talk. Because I think it's a bad situation. And a bad situation is going to turn even worse and worse. The more lies get built up and compound, and the more it's going to reach a boiling point. It's going to boil over. It's going to spill over. Something is going to happen where either he's either going to get caught, or somebody's going to see him, or somebody's going to recognize him, or whatever. I mean, again, if he's bisexual, that's fine. I think he owes you that bit of an explanation. And then that would give you the determination on how you want to proceed with your life. If this is the life that you want to put up with because he is a good person or whatever, or just because he gives you good sex, that you're the best you've ever had since in a while. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't freaking think so. So, you may be torn up about this, and I think you kind of are. I think that you're not that, I don't think you're that dumb. I don't think you're that naive. I think you're oblivious to the fact that this is going on, that you haven't called him out on his bullshit yet. That's what I think is happening. And again, I don't care how good trying to keep this clean. I don't give a damn how good the sex is. You have a right to know, because he is the father of your child. And you have a right to know any and everything what's going on with you, just like he has everything right to know about what's going on with you. Did I say that right? You have every right to know what's going on with him just as much as he has every right to know what's going on with you. Okay, yeah, I said that. All right. So, I honestly think you should just sit down with him, talk to him, and talk to your cousin. Again, I don't think you should go crazy, go ham, start blowing up the spot or whatever. I just think you should just sit down and talk to him and find out what's going on, and let him know that you've seen him on this damn video. Now, there are one or two ways he can handle this. He can get up and leave, or he can face it like a man. If he miraculously gets upset and says, no, I didn't do none of that, then there's your answer. There's your answer. But if he sits down and talks to you and says, well, yeah, babe, I did do this, and I don't know what kind of explanation he can give you. I really don't know. I don't know, because again, this shit don't happen to me. So, usually if I was cheating, I was not really busted, but, I don't even think I got caught. I just told my wife, my late wife. So, but If he gets more upset at you and finding out what he did, then it's time to let him go. But if he wants to sit down and talk about it, then that's going to be something for you guys to sit down and try to talk about, try to figure this thing out. Because I got to tell you, this couldn't be me. It really couldn't. I mean, granted, I don't know what it's like to be in a woman's position with hormones and kids or whatever. I've never done a dude before. I've never done none of that. So I don't know how this is going to feel. I can't really put myself in your shoes to say, well, this happened to me, because this shit ain't happened to me. I mean, I've been hit on by a few gay guys, but I'm not gay. I mean, a lot of people still think I'm gay, but I'm not. But, you know, that's not me. That's that's because I grew up with a lot of women, damn it. But what I'm saying is that you have a right to know, Miss Jessica. You really do. You need to understand that I think it's just an all-around bad situation. I think the situation is going to get way out of control. And I think you should kind of contain this by speaking to him, letting him know that you do know something went on, and that you have video, and that you want to know. Now, don't go plastering this and putting this all over the porn sites for people to see because you are kind of upset or whatever. Because I got to tell you, if he decides that he wants to go swing the other way and play for the same team that he's on instead of the opposite team, then I'm sorry for you, but you're probably better off without him. So when you approach the situation, you can approach the situation however you want to. I would just say, for the sake of you and your baby, just to stay calm, because I know hormones can get out of whack, but I'm just saying. So you can tell him that you say you were going through something, and I want to know if you got it out your system. I want to know if you're going to be 100% with me, or you're going to be 50-50. You're going to be committed to me, or you're going to be committed to guys. Because that should be a lifestyle that you should just say no to. Because children need their fathers. And I don't wish this upon anybody. I think that families should stay together. And in the interest that families don't stay together, I don't know how you're gonna take this. But either it's gonna be a good thing for you and a bad thing for him, or vice versa. Because I gotta say, it's just a sad situation. So you really, really should clue yourself in on what he's doing. And I'm not saying you need to follow him or try to figure out where he's going or what he's doing. But if he's spending hours at the gym, or so he says, and he ain't producing no results, meaning he ain't coming back with a six-pack, or he's not fully jacked, well, what the hell is he doing at the gym? I mean, you're definitely spotting somebody. I'm just saying. Ow, that kind of hurt. So, Miss Jessica, I hope this podcast finds you well, and I hope that you get the answers that you really need, because I think that you deserve these answers. I think that this is something that you need to have a talk with. And if you want to try to find some kind of counseling, maybe I would recommend that. I'm not sure what area you're in, but maybe try to talk to somebody. I'd probably leave family out of this for now. There's no need to bring family into everything unless there's something that's really bad that's happening. Sometimes everything ain't for your family's ears to hear. Sometimes it's just something between you and him that you need to deal with. And unfortunately, your cousin, which I'm not sure how gay this guy is. What I mean by that, if he's flamboyant gay, if he likes to run his mouth or talk shit on the family or whatever. I don't know. So, some family members will smile in your face, but they're damn sure going to talk bad about you behind your back. So, it's crazy. So, whether you choose to forgive your cousin for this, which sounds like you already did, but this is going to be a tough road ahead of you. A really tough road. And I mean that because you talk to your cousin like it's no problem. You talk to your boyfriend like it's no problem. Like you didn't see what you seen in your video that you say that you saw. So, I don't know. I think it's just a bad situation. I think you need to seriously need to sit down and evaluate yourself and try to figure out what he wants out this life, but mainly what you want for you and your child. Because as painful as it is, it's tough raising kids by yourself. And I can't really put myself in your shoes, as I said before, because I don't know what this is going to be about. I really don't know. But I think you should try to figure out this life. Is this the life that you want, or this life you're going to give him by keeping him happy, or whatever? Because, ooh, man. You didn't say if he's a cross-dresser. Thank God for that, but you never know. So, only thing I can offer you, Miss Jessica, is just to try to open your mind up a little bit more. Open up your mind, open up your eyes. See this what it really is. He cheated on you with your cousin. Would have been different if it was somebody else? Probably not, because it's still cheating. Cheating is cheating. Doesn't matter how you look at it, how you characterize it. Cheating is cheating. So, I think that you should really get ahead of this. I don't really know what else I could say to you, but family's supposed to help. They're always supposed to help you. And I don't know why there are some people in families that do this to other people. It's like they can't go out and find their own happiness. They have to come in and ruin somebody else's happiness. Because I feel that that's what's happening to you. I would say you were probably more like maybe 45% happy, maybe 50%. I'll give you the 50. Well, you're 100% and he was like only 50%. But after you had this whole weekend with your cousin, Alexis, then maybe it came back in. I don't know. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But in any event, Jessica. So, a negative mind will never give you a positive life. So, I know you got these thoughts going through your mind. I know you want to ask them, and I think that you should. If you can, give me a follow-up on this, because I want to know what's happening. I want to know if everything's going to be all right with you and your baby. I have a soft spot for women and children. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was raised with nothing but women. But, hey, that's just me. So, as we get ready to close this podcast out, I'm going to try to be doing a forum on some of my shows. And I want my listeners to either chime in. We can have a discussion about it. I don't discuss politics, but we can discuss some shows. So, I hope, Miss Jessica, that this podcast finds you in a better place. I hope this finds you in a good way. I'm not condoning anything. I'm not saying you should do anything bad or anything remotely crazy. Again, as I said, this needs to be you two, and then maybe talk to your cousin. Because I guarantee you that when you talk to him, he's going to go back and tell Alexis that, oh, well, she knows, and this, that, and the other. And this is probably going to cause a rift between you two. Well, the three of y'all, maybe. But if it causes a rift, that's what it is. It's crazy how family can forgive an outsider but can stay mad with family. It's crazy. So, and the outsider would be your boyfriend. I'm just saying. So, but I wish you the best, Miss Jessica. I hope that you get the answers that you need and you settle on a life that is going to be beneficial to you and your child. Because I don't think you deserve this. I think you need to find some common ground. I think you need to talk to him and let him know that you have this information. Because if you keep this information, as I said before, it's just going to bottle up, it's going to boil over, and it's going to explode in your face. I don't know how it's going to explode, but let's just say it's not going to be in a good way. It's going to be in a bad way. And the bad way is that he can end up either leaving you or giving you some kind of STD. And you don't want that. I don't want that for you. I don't wish that upon nobody at all. but you have to be careful. And if you're still having sex with them, which maybe you are, maybe you're not, maybe it's just a one-time thing, I don't know. But I just hope everything's going to be all right for your child's sake. So, as we get ready to close this show out, I want to say thank you to my listeners. Thank you for you guys supporting my show, as I always say in every one of my shows, because I do appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love that you're giving me. Appreciate the downloads. I appreciate the email support, the social media support. I appreciate it all. So, again, you guys feel free to text me anything. My number is listed on the Buzzsprout site. And yeah. So until next time, you guys take care of yourself and each other, and we will see you guys next time.
You've been listening to Icon with Let's Talk About It. Please follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Thanks for spending time with me today. Always remember, I can't control life, but I can control how I react to it. Stay sharp, and I'll see you soon.